Alright, hello everybody. This is my video review, a little bit late over here as you can see. Um, just kind of trying to throw everything together at the last minute. Ended up going over by a little bit. So the video review is the only thing that I didn't get on time. So in this review, I'm going to go ahead and review the Fast Food Money Tracker application for iOS, as well as the My Budget Tracker for Android. Both these devices do roughly what my application is going to do. The Fast Food Money Tracker is more towards what my application is intended for. It will track your food, it will track the amount spent, and it'll give you a list of all of them in there. The My Budget Tracker is more for the budget of the week. So any kind of money that you spent that week, any or that day, you can go ahead and add it in there. You can actually set yourself a set allowance. The visibility of the app status, I would say for the Fast Food Money Tracker, there's not much on there. So the status of it is everything is displayed on the one page. You enter in the input on the one page, you view your inputs on the one page. Whereas a My Budget Tracker has several pages, one where you input everything, one where you view everything. So at first glance, I would say that My Budget Tracker is a little bit hard to jump onto and start using. Whereas a Fast Food Money Tracker, there really isn't much to it. It's just a couple input fields and enter button. Match between app and the real world. I would say with the Fast Food Money Tracker, it's a very, very simple application. There's not much to it. Whereas on My Budget, I would say it depends on who you are on that one, to be honest. For what my application's goal is, that's a little bit more than what you need, but it does have its simple features on there as well. The user control and freedom of these applications. On the Fast Food Money Tracker, one page, couple input fields, not much user control on there. Freedom, you can put whatever you want on there because you do have an add custom field on there. Whereas in My Budget, it's separated by tabs at the bottom, so it does feel like you have more control over the application. You have one for adding, one for setting up the weekly balance, and another one to view everything that's going on. You also have a settings on there, whereas in Fast Food Money Tracker you do not. And this settings on the My Budget allows you to set the currency, turn on and off security, set your own passcode on there. Um, Error prevention. I found that neither one of these, well, the My Budget one on the right, the Android one, it does have that alert message asking you if you want to leave the application if you hit the back button on there. Whereas the fast food one does not have any error messages whatsoever prompting you that you're doing something, you're about to do something that you don't want to, or any confirmation that you're adding this to the input or the data saved already. Um, the consistency and standards. On the first application, the one for iOS, you can see it's very constant. It has only a few things on there. There's not much to it whatsoever. It's kind of hard to write this evaluation on it because it is literally just one page application. Whereas the other one, I would say yes, it's very constant. It has just like a one track kind of mind going on it where you could just add stuff to it and subtract it. It's not too confusing for the user, although you do have more tabs than I would think needed for the user. The recognition rather than recall. On the first one, of course, it doesn't have anything. It just added it in and go. There's not much memory that you need to use. Objects, actions, options are all visible on that one screen, so you don't really have to search around for anything. Um, Whereas the other application, you do have to do a bit of searching to figure out what you want to do, and it's kind of grabbing information from one page and throwing it onto another page. So on that one, I would have to say it does require a bit of recognition to maneuver around the application, as actually how I wrote it word by word right there. Flexibility and efficiency of use. The efficiency and flexibility, or the flexibility for the first application, the Fast Food Money Tracker, not very flexible. It is what it is. It's just go in there, add your events, and it just pops up on the same display. Um, I would say that My Budget has a little bit more flexibility on there where you can go ahead and change the currency. You could add, change, delete events that you already put on there. Um, Both of them are very efficient. They get the job done with very few clicking, very few taps of the screen. Now the I can't even say that right now. But the minimalistic design for the iOS application that I tested out is very, very, very minimalist. Few buttons, it's all you really need for that kind of type of application. Feel like that the developer could have added some more into it, but like it looks like it's basically just a test application. Whereas the other application for Android has a very nice UI. It has nice design to it. So it looks like he did spend a lot of time on the design part of it, getting that feel and that look just right for the users, which is nice. To help users recognize, diagnose, and recover from errors. I did not receive any errors on neither one of the applications. Probably if I was using more of a complicated device or application, then I could see more errors popping up, but these are pretty straightforward. Help and documentation, I didn't find any whatsoever on the iOS app, the Fast Food Money Tracker. Didn't even find it on the developer's website, so it only has a 1.0 version on there. No other information whatsoever on that application. On the other one, I do see that he has a 1.0 version, so he did do some updates at one point in time, and I didn't find any help or any documentation on that application either. Quick access to adding events on the go. Now this is one of the custom ones that we added in, and I would say for the iOS application, yes, it is designed with the ease of having one page and one function. So it's real simple for you to actually walk and add events into your application. Whereas the other one, once you get the hang of it, then I'm sure you can go ahead and multitask while adding events onto the device. But for the first few days, first few weeks, depending on how the user is, they will have to get accustomed to the actual UI of the application. And has the application been updated recently? I added this one because one of the applications has not been updated at all, whereas the other one updated once, which is nice to know that he's actually listening to the reviews and listening to the comments and still constantly testing the application to make sure it is happy. It's nice for the users to use and they enjoy using it. Now we also wanted to add in to this video thing, which I'm already running out of time, is the mobile marketing. Well, the mobile and online marketing communications is what I pulled up here, and just a quick overview on there. I mean, just right off the bat, you can see there's 4.5 billion applications that were forecasted by Forsman in 2010. That's a 6.8 billion in revenue. Now this is 3 years later. I'm sure that number is doubling, if not tripling, with the amount of people owning smartphones nowadays. So it's really interesting to see the marketing, how they're changing it, they're adapting it to as there's more users out there right now today. And this will conclude my video before I reach 10 minutes and before it becomes midnight in a couple minutes here. Thank you and have a great night.